Hey folks, welcome back to Super Mario 3D Land. We're here in Special World 7.
Just 2 more worlds to go now and the playthrough is done.
And we start off with a super hectic race through peaceful snowy land.
Kind of weird, because you would expect a snow-covered land to be all peaceful and calm, and you're just not granted that luxury here.
Right, I remember when we first went through the original version of this level, it was basically, yeah, this is pretty chill, calm, nice. And I guess that contrast makes the counterpoint all the stronger, but I'm not sure the level design actually works with the time limit.
How so?
I feel like they're trying to use the tight ropes to restrict your speed like they did in that one tree level, but they're not nearly as prevalent as they were before, and especially with the Tanooki suit, you can just fly over them. So basically the only things getting in your way are a copious amount of Boomerang Brothers.
And also, unlike in that tree level, it's not just tight ropes here, there's plenty of solid ground for you to land on.
And you were bypassing a lot of Boomerang Brothers, I must notice.
Well, they gave me a lot of shit in the Grandmaster Galaxy, so I feel it's time to pay them back in full. A final Boomerang Bro here to try and pip you and rob you of your Tanooki suit power-up and thus the golden flag.
With the time limit, it's a little trickier to get a good shot or good jump at the flagpole. It's tougher to, under pressure, jump up onto that flying block, but clearly you had more than enough time. Now we all recognize this level, don't we?
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is where the game starts to become a little bit tricky.
And I am perfectly okay with that. Basically, we've got the beat blocks combined with Cosmic Mario. And that means you have less of a capability to pause and wait for the beat blocks to get into the position you want before you try to jump them. There are ways around that, of course.
So, the platforming isn't really synced per se, you really gotta think on your feet here.
Just charge through. And again, Tanooki Suit makes things easier because you can skip over a block that hasn't appeared yet.
Now don't worry if you think this is too easy, because there will be a tougher version of the Cosmic Clone / Cosmic Mario coming later.
And you can see what Tom is doing there to kind of stall the Cosmic Clone is running in circles. Because if you stand still, it'll run up behind you and hit you in the back. But as long as you're in motion, it won't catch you like that, so just run in circles while you're waiting. And hopefully you'll be in the right place at the right time when the blocks appear.
There's been plenty of occasions where I've got like trapped on a corner and something, and he's just pipped me and I've had to restart the level, but as long as you're careful, you shouldn't wind up in any of those situations.
Yeah, but this is probably one of the tougher Cosmic Mario levels.
I seem to recall you telling me this was the one where you lost the most amount of lives.
Definitely first or second. It's a tie between this and another level in this world, actually. World 7 has a lot of the trickiest levels, and I really appreciate it for that. World 7 and 8 are probably, of the Special World, are probably my favorite worlds. Anyway, return to the Clock World here. I do have to appreciate it just because it and its original level are the only levels to use this aesthetic, so it maintains its freshness.
Still has the major problem of the music for me. It feels a bit melancholic, a bit depressing.
Right, I mean the lighting is moody. It's not woohoo happy happy. But at the same time, this is accelerated. The gears are moving quicker, and I don't know. I feel like some faster music would do it good. So the faster moving gears can cause issues for people without the Tanooki suit here, because often you will jump for something and it will no longer be there by the time you want to land on it. Tanooki suit, you can get to the middle of the platform where it's not much of an issue.
Also the end of the level. Seem to recall you taking issue with me doing that.
I do take issue just because I want to show off the entire level, you know? Even if that's an incredibly stylish and cool thing to do.
Well, it took me rather a few takes to get that done, so I think I'll complete the level in the fashion that I like, thank you very much.
Oh man, pulling out the big guns for World 7 for sure.
Grandmaster Galaxy duo right there.
Now then, this is the other level that I was mentioning a few levels back. This, or Special 7-2, is where I lost the most lives in the game.
Now, if you're listening carefully there, you could hear that the Cosmic Clone has a deeper voice, and this is why. Because he is frigging huge now!
Basically, he operates exactly the same way, but he fills a lot more space. So that means, especially on these smaller flipping platforms, there's much less safe zone for you. If they were smaller, you might be able to like slowly nudge over while waiting for the rotating spikes to work their magic. But here, that's not a luxury because he'll just shove you off the edge.
It doesn't get so hard until this bit right here, where you're required to make loads of really tiny jumps.
Right. Again, with the circle pad, precision jumps are not really the ideal situation for everyone. Tanooki suit makes things easier as usual. What is this? We have an airship, and it is not the final level of a world.
An airship level and a castle level? Oh, you're just spoiling us now, 3D Land. Stop it.
This is about the closest you'll get to spikes on a rotating platform that you wanted before. You'll get a couple enemies, you'll have Goomba cutouts, which, I mean, they force you to move more than just straight on a rotating platform, so it diversifies things a bit in that regard. And if they do hit you, it's very possible that you'll just lose your footing and fall off the platform, even if you still had, like, life left.
I do enjoy these rotating platform levels.
This one especially, where there are just so many of them and it doesn't let up, there aren't more safe zones than there need to be.
Yeah.
I wish they had been actual Goombas instead of, like, cardboard cutout Goombas. I'm not sure why they needed to be stationary.
Maybe it would just be really hard to program Goomba walking physics on constantly moving platforms.
Oh, maybe. We could have just created, I don't know, Goombas with suction cups on their feet.
There you go, a new type of Goomba.
Yeah, see? Hire me, Nintendo. It's the most original idea you've had in years.
Why don't you bring the Goombas with the spike helmets from the Paper Mario games into the regular games that you have to kind of like roll into to defeat? Because Mario does have a roll move in this game.
Final level of the world, as we can expect, it is indeed a castle level.
This, I think, is one of the hardest levels in the game. I may be thinking of a different one.
Well, the thing is, it's based on the very first castle in the game, but it still manages to be difficult enough for World 7, I think. Yeah, you got a timer combined with Cosmic Mario. And the stopwatches aren't always in easy locations to grab. Also, it doesn't appear that there are many enemies for which you can kill to get timers, so it's basically all platforming and obstacle course.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of the level here. You're going to have to manipulate the Cosmic Clone to break down these barriers for you to even get at some of the star coins.
Which, again, I like the mechanic of using a hindrance to help you and vice versa, so that's a good use of the Cosmic Clone. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a Dry Bowser showdown here. It would have been too much, apparently, to have Timer and Cosmic Clone and Bowser all at once.
I think that may have been a bit sadistic.
Maybe I just want all the Scoot and Fruity from this game.
This ain't Kaizo Mario, it's 3D Land.
Well, it's not super ridiculous, though. It doesn't require precise, memorization. It would just be really tricky.
Maybe for, like, World 8, World S8, but I think for 7... This is meant to be, like, hard but doable, and then in S8 you get super hard.
Okay, well, we don't really get my wish in S8 either, so I guess I'll just have to make my own ROM hack.
And there we go, World S7 done, just one more to go, and the next bar is the longest one of them all.
Oh boy.
Well, when you remove the filler, it may not be the longest one of all, but who's to say what will happen between the time when we record this commentary and when it goes up on YouTube. We'll see you all next time for the final part of the 3D Land playthrough. See you then.